Most coaches will stay broke not because they don't work hard enough, but because they don't understand influence. The moment I realized this, I applied for Tony Robbins' program to learn these 5 business lessons that doubled my sales. Where the first lesson is to state before strategy. Tony Robbins says that your states controls your performance. In the past, I used to think that strategy was everything. I used to think that I have to have the perfect funnel, I have to have the perfect script, the perfect frameworks. But when I showed up to my sales calls, I was drained, I was anxious, and I was desperate to get the sales. And all of my prospects could feel it. And that's why they said no to most of my sales calls. My closing rate back then used to be only 14% because I didn't focus on my state. I didn't focus on my energy. I was jumping from coast to coast without having a pre-call ritual. And most coaches don't realize this, which is exactly why their prospect don't trust them because they sound needy, not powerful. And how I solve this problem is by building this 5 pre-call ritual, where before every call, as strange as it might sound, I use the techniques I use from Tony Robbins, which is to increase my energy, such as some deep breathing exercises and even some jumping jacks. Yep, I looked kind of strange before calls to do jumping jacks, but hey, my closing rate nowadays is 31%, so I would take it. Then what I also do is that I'll come up prepared in every sales coach with pen, paper, good, stable Wi-Fi connection to make sure that I'm in the right space. My environment is the right one. My energy is high, and that's how I did this. The second lesson I want to share with you is the power of certainty because your state is not enough. Tony shows how certainty sells more than logic. And I learned this the hard way because I used to spend hours, I mean hours, convincing prospects with numbers, proof, but I was losing them because I was not certain in my voice. And this is what's killing most coaches. Right now, I'm pretty sure that you know that your program can help people because you're expert at what you do. But the problem is that you don't sound like it, and people can feel your doubt instantly, which is why you're struggling to close sales right now. And the third lesson is actually proximity is power. Because I applied Tony Robbins' idea that who you surround yourself with shapes your future. Because you can know these 2 things that you have to be in a good stage, you have to be certain, but if you don't practice your sales call with a community of high level individuals, it doesn't matter. In the past, I was hanging around broke coaches and even no coaches at all because my environment was not environment that supported my growth. And once I shifted into rooms with winners, my mindset and my results changed. I joined programs where I was surrounded with winning coaches and I had to be the one winning. In my coaching program right now also, I only work with very few handful individuals who have the right mindset, who are the right caliber for what we offer. And you can see a picture in one of our group coaching calls. This is why we have such a results nowadays. It's because I realized that not only my community is important, but also the community in my program. And in case you are one of these coaches who is eager, confident, who is willing to do the work in order to scale their business, but you have tried a lot of programs, you have tried a lot of strategies, and none of them worked for you, you might be the right fit for us because I always look for people who have the right work mentality. Since our strategies and resources, they're proven to work. They work for me, they work for my clients, and you can also see all of them on our results page. They work. That's proven. So it's just a matter of someone implementing them. And in case you want to see if this is the right thing for you you can click the first link in the description to apply, and I'll see if you're fit for our no scale, no pay partnership. But let me move on with the fourth lesson, which is the fact that people buy feelings, not things. I learned from Tony Robbins that people don't buy coaching programs. And I learned this the hard way. People buy emotion. People buy emotion that they believe your program will give them. People will buy into confidence that you actually express. People will buy into the freedom. Let's say you help them make money that makes them free. People buy certainty that you are the right person who can help them lose weight, for example. And early on, I kept pitching futures when my closing rate was just 14%. I kept saying that I have 8 modules, 12 codes, templates, scripts. But guess what? Nobody cares about that. And this is why so many coaches fail to sell. Because they're giving people homework instead of hope. In your course, in your marketing, you want to speak about the benefit. Nobody cares about the future. Yes, you might care about them, but your prospects care about the result. And you want to speak about your results in your marketing and on your sales goals in order to double your closing rate. And the last lesson I want to share with you is simply to raise your standards. Because Tony always says, your life change when your should become must. For me, doubling sales came when I decided that failure was no longer an option. And most coaches nowadays, they stay in the land of should. I should post more. I should reach out to people. I should sell higher tickets. And that's why nothing changes. They never turn the should into must. You must post more. You must reach out to people. You must sell high ticket programs. You must join my program in order to have the right strategies to scale. I hope these lessons were valuable to you. If so, don't forget to leave a like.